You guys looking for some serious power out of a Land Rover, turbocharged, cold air condition? Look no further. I've got a 1988 with your name on it. Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Right next to me we have your future Land Rover. This is a 1988 turbocharged, cold air condition, and look at how beautiful it is. So it's painted in a beautiful metallic silver with black accents and black accented fender flares. You have more modern Land Rover wheels on BF Goodrich all-terrains. If you guys are looking for a turnkey classic, look no further. 5-speed turbocharged. Let's do this review. Let's start off with the overall condition. I would rate this one a 7 out of 10. That's a 70% out of 100. Extremely nice in regards to paint condition. Drivability is very nice. The motor is very peppy. 5-speed transmission, which makes it nice if you want to cruise at a higher speed. Remember, this is a smaller engine, so you have to rev it out more, which we'll showcase later on in the video. You do have disc brakes, front and rear. Underneath is very nice, so if you want to see underside shots, click on the link below. They've updated the front fascia with a new grille design along with LED accented lights throughout. So you have brand new tail lights, and the front lights are a different design as well. Bumper is painted in a satin black, and it shows, well, minor imperfections, so that's why we give it that 7 out of 10. You also have minor imperfections from original mounting location, so you're going to have holes that don't have anything in them. That's why we're giving it that lower rating. The front hood is very nice. Your mirrors are in very nice condition as well. Front glass shows well, no cracks or delamination. Metal throughout is in good shape, but once again, we're gonna be really picky here, and that's why we're giving it that rating. Some small imperfections on the rubber around the actual sealing of the components. Mirrors are in great shape, they're not loose, and the rubber trim around the windows is showing its age. But overall, very nice condition. Opening up the door, you're gonna see how nice the interior is. Your door cards are very nice. Your windows go up and down with ease, and once again, just look at some of the minor wear from your arm. Interior is very clean, does have an aftermarket steering wheel. We do have to adjust it, so when you see this video, you're gonna see the steering wheel is off. We received this vehicle and we wanted to align it, and when we aligned it, the steering wheel is off by, I would say, one whole entire circle. So we'll move that and it should be cleared up. I like how they did the diamond stitch pattern throughout the center console and underneath here. We'll test out all the features inside when we get in there. I like the storage box in case you go hunting, you can put your guns in there or your valuables in there. You do have a high-low transfer case, and we'll test out the four-wheel drive later. Closing the door, it closes nicely. Roof line is very nice. Looking at the roof, it's very nice and solid. I see no scratches. All of the fitment is nice and clean. You have your little port windows here, so if you have your dog in the back, he can hang his head out. One thing you're going to note when we're driving it, you're going to hear rattling. These windows are just sat in place inside of the railing, so you're going to have a little bit of rattling when you're driving. So if you leave them open, you're not going to have that issue. Looking at the rear section, you have your rear extended fenders right here, and the fit and finish on them, the heat from the sun has warped them a little bit, so you're going to see that. And I apologize for the dust. We brought this out to test out four-wheel drive. Looking at the rear section, you do have a spare tire with a full-size spare, license plate bracket, and updated lights as well. Looking inside the rear section, I'll let you walk in there with the camera. You have a wooden floor and a diamond stitch design that goes onto the back panel of your B-pillar. Looking up top, you can see the fiberglass section of the roof, and you can remove that if wanted. Looks like there's several bolts, and you can pop it right off. Closing the door, closes nicely. This is not loose. You have your Defender insignia right here with your Land Rover crest. Look at all of the metal components that are placed throughout and all of the accents that are in black. I like that a lot. Wheel condition, very nice. Looking at the frame condition, I want you guys to look at the underside shots. This is a solid truck, so you could drive it and enjoy it. Does rattle a little bit because it's a diesel, so you're gonna have a little bit of shakiness, but otherwise, good condition. Door cards on the passenger side are very nice, and I do like the water-resistant seats that they've installed there. Let's pop the front so I can show you the engine. So this does have some updates, and we're going to break that down in the listing below. Opening up the engine, you just release that, and then there's a small release right here. And you're greeted by one of the most reliable engines they've made. So this is a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It does have an updated intercooler, it looks like, updated charge pipe. The turbo, from what I understand, is updated as well. So if you guys are specialists in this platform, please let me know. You have your vintage air set up, and all the metal throughout is very nice. All your belts are in good shape. Your coolant reservoir is very nice, and it does not get hot. So when we drove it, it's very hot here in Florida. No issues at all. Your metal's very nice, and you can see that I'm holding this bracket here because I learned my lesson. This doesn't hold very nicely when you're under here, and it smacked me in the back of the head. So don't let that happen to you. Closes nicely. Let's jump inside and talk about the interior. If you have any questions, give us a call at 954-363-2261. I'm sure you hear the airplane. We're 5 minutes from the Fort Lauderdale Airport. So fly on in and drive it home. Looking at the interior, very nice. I love the storage box. So you can put items in here. You have your 4-wheel drive controls and your 5-speed transmission. You have a power port so you can plug in your phone, and you do have the air condition control, which is what I call it, when you don't have vintage air in the corner. So you can open this up and you have fresh air come in. Looking at the center section, very nice. The shifter boot itself is loose, and I understand that because it does have a long throw. So your reverse is going to cause it to go up higher than it should. I would remedy this maybe with a leather wrapped one that goes all the way up. Just pointing out the things that I see. You have your 4-wheel drive control right here, your emergency brake which operates, and the best part, it's already warm so you can fire it off. Starts up nicely, and it has great oil pressure. So at hot, we have around 40 pounds of oil pressure. You have your ExoMore trim seats, which are very nice, water resistant. Let's jump in it and go for a test drive. Before we do that, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed diesel powered turbocharged goodness, be sure to click like and subscribe below. Let's do this test drive. Oh yeah, buddy. All right, we're taking the Land Rover out for a test drive. You're going to hear all that diesel fun today and turbochargers. AC's blowing cold. Shifter's easy. There's no synchro issues. I do like that they added the AC unit over there. I have it on, and I can feel it. I have it at the lowest setting. Windows are down, so you guys can hear all the sounds from the truck. Just downshifted in a second. My gauge cluster's working. It's showing 141,000 kilometers. Temperature gauge is good. We're charging as well. Our horn works. Wipers work. And the turbo works too. I do like that they updated several items under the hood, so take a look at that. It's not the smoothest of idling machines, but this is one of the most reliable engines that they produce. They call this basically the million-mile motor if you upkeep it. It is a 5-speed transmission, which I've gone over multiple times. We're in second gear. Third gear. Turn signals are working. Fourth gear. It's not slow by any means. I'm getting up to speed. By the way, the steering wheel, we are going to take care of that. It's just we readjusted it when we aligned it. We need to just move this forward and it'll be straight as an arrow. Good oil pressure. Let's go into fifth. So fifth gear is definitely the highway gear. We're going 60 kilometers an hour. We're not even in the boost right now. Seats are very comfortable. You can hear the turbo spooling up now. This is a great unit if you guys want something that's turnkey, that has cold air. Going over some bumps right now. No major hop over on the axles. And what I like about the suspension on the Land Rover is when you go over major bumps, no sound from it. So like if you're in a Jeep or a leaf spring vehicle, you're gonna have a lot more noise. In this case, that's not the case. You know what I mean. We'll downshift it into fourth. Brakes are even. Downshifting is easy. Turbo's spooling. Not bad. It's a cruiser. Listen to the turbo. Oh, I love it. Fourth gear still. We're going to take a right up here, go over our signature bumps, and let you decide if you want to put this in your garage. If you have any questions, give us a call, 954-363-2261. These are amazing to drive around. They have great looks. I do like the additional wheels that they put on this one in particular. Paint condition's very nice. Downshifting, once again, is easy. And we've tested out the four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive operates. We'll showcase that a little bit later on. I'll just put it in the high or the low gear so you can see the difference in crawling ability. Put our lights on. A little bit of water here. Hopefully we won't get it too dirty. Big bump. No issues. Woo! Oh yeah. I'll see you guys later. On to the next video.